Hi tutors, it's me, Landriscina, and on this video vlog of Goz and Mez, we're going to cover one of my favorite episodes of all time in this show, at least the filler episodes. I'm talking about the unlucky 13th episode of the first season of Dragon Z. The Goz and Mez. Now, I don't know if there's any type of symbolism or meaning behind the two names I just mentioned, but they're basically Hell's guardians. And they make sure any unruly souls get the punishment they deserve and that they don't escape from HFIL. And the reason why I say HFIL is because when I was growing up as a little kid in the 90s, whenever this come up, they would always say that it was that it was supposed to be a home for infant losers. In other words, hell. But to my extreme delight, they did not censor it in the anime that I just watched. Instead, on the t-shirt, on their muscle shirts, it says on the hell. So they are employees of the Hell Corporation, which is great because, I would wonder why in GT they will always say Hellfire 17 rather than HFIL Fire 17. But that's beside the point, as American censorship as going to work. Anyway, this is mostly a filler episode, but it's funny, it's all hollow. In that, it introduced two of my favorite ogre characters into the property. Now, I'll get more into what this means as a whole for the type of mythology and stuff later on. But right now, it is a pretty good thing we could show characters fulfill at least. And I believe that Goz is the blue one, and Mez is the red one, with the woman gloss on. Now, remember how I said in the last episode that Goku fell asleep on that street cleaner and he fell off Snake Way into the abyss known as the underworld? Well, that's where HFIL comes into play in the two Guardians, because once Goku falls into there, he can't get back up. There's like a big barrier in the clouds between Snake Way and right below Snake Way, so he can't do it even if he wanted to. And trust me, he tried a lot. But that begs the question: is this underworld with the Needle Mountain and with the Blood Fountain, is that like underneath the whole of Snake Way, all 1 million miles of it, just like the first quarter of it, like they show in the show? And that's something that I got asked. So, in the last episode, Goku reaches up to the big old peach fruit that Leon realized it. It fills you up for like 3 months worth of food. So, that then he gets caught on the head for something big and massive club, and it's one of the ogres on the Oni, I should say, from Japanese mythology. Now, before I get on with those two knuckleheads, let me just say that in this verse in this episode, they show Gohan completed carrying on with his training with running a giant saber-tooth tiger cat and mogging him whenever he tries to, whenever he's out of breath. We're doing one of those little kids have toys and stuff, and they also have obviously Piccolo doing a training too. But then they show Tien and Chester going Coin Tower, the base of which is near Uba's father's teepee, which is like it's like ooh, they had to put Native American in it too. But I am glad that they feature Sheila's character that otherwise you will forget existed, like Launch. And I'm glad they show a transformation between good and bad. But they show the Launch trying to follow Tien and Chester up the map of the tower. Which, by the way, how did that tower not tip over? Unless it's made from really, really strong stone and steel. But whatever. They also show Upa with his little duck eyes still as like a little boy still. That's cool. But then they show Launch rifling through the teepee looking for a ladder. In case the woman's blind, the corn tower reaches to the top of the clouds. I highly doubt that one teepee will hold a ladder that's that big to be able to scale the whole damn thing. And he didn't kind of suggest the pose when she bent over and reaching for it, rifling through Uber's stuff. But that's just such a point. Yeah, but no, the fact that Tien and Chester can fly is very kind of stupid, especially when they were trying to hold back the waterfall for the last episode. These two could fly, so where's the problem with that? Where's the flight for that? Unless the whole point was to make them go up the hallway. But one other point I want to bring up about Uber and his father. He show guarding the tower, the base of the tower, from intruders, people launch with rifles and guns and stuff. But the funny thing is that they have pitched a TP there. Now, normally this would be an issue, but not all Native Americans had TPs back then, so I don't know where that came out. Unless it's generalizing or they're making it seem like that's a tribe or whatever that the TP belongs to. That's the little point I want to bring up. No biggie. The main meat of this episode is Goku falling down from Snake Way. How's he gonna get back up? Goz takes a swing at it, trying to torch the poor guy by doing a strength competition. And they do like Rock paper scissors to see who will get torture Goku first. Goz and Mez. It's, it's quite funny that they used that rock paper scissors thing a lot in Dragon Ball, both in the manga and the comic and the animation. So that's the point. So they show they show God winning up first. Then they show him doing like a strength competition where he puts like a sumo wrestling ring around the ground, so you have to try not to go out of it. And yeah, he is pretty intimidating, pretty big. Goku is fun sized. Let's put it that way. It's fun sized. Now, I know what you're gonna think. I'm gonna make an Asian woman joke, but I don't care. I don't care if they're shorter than everybody else, because even though they're short, I'm still shorter because I'm sitting down. So I got you beat. Says I never really care about height of people, especially since I'm sitting down most of the time. But anyway, the thing is that Goku ends up getting pushed back in the ring a little bit by Goz. Then he does like a, I don't know what you call it, a sumo thrust. You know, like pow, 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 pow. You know, but he does it so fast. He does it so fast and like that when he does it, he generates wind. And with that wind, he ends up blowing Goz out of the ring. Not by might, but it's still enough to put him out squarely out of the ring. Now, next up the bat is Mez. Now Mez is another ogre with two horns, and I think he's the brother of the two because after God loses the match, he ends up trying to help Goku out with his machine, which is basically just a a, a seesaw in which he it's like a flying machine in which he jumps from a real high spot and Goku is sitting on the end of it, and when God lands on the end the upright, it ends up making Goku fly up, and he didn't quite make it to the clouds because how should I put this? Gravity is normal for this health environment, but then as you get higher, gravity increases, so that by the time Goku reaches the just below the clouds, the force of the gravity on his body ends up making just not able to make it to the point that he could use a Kamehameha blast to into the ground to get up there. To which he ends up hitting his head real hard. To which God said that I was trying to get you up there, but there's one problem. Your head's too soft, and the barrier's too hard. And the Mez told him that he knows how to surpass his way, getting back on Snake Way. But with God said, what are you doing? The Trent told him not to give away the secret. So basically, he just like a foot race between himself and Goku. if Goku can catch Mez, he will win. He'll go away. But if Mez ends up escaping him, then Goku stays there forever and be a little thing forever and ever and ever. All eternity. Now when they do the race, they bounce with hellfire, which I'm assuming burns forever. And it's funny, Goku said Goku can, meanwhile, when Mez emerges from the fire, his butt is on fire. So the cooking his butt. It's funny because they dread. Anyway, they end up racing, and they end up getting, they end up doing that thing with it, like Goku's on behind him, and he said, this isn't my real form. This isn't my power. This is I'm just warming up." So then he bolts faster. I don't think that they make mention of any type of end finish line, so that it's like an infinite run. So Goku is over there trying to work his butt off to catch up the Mez, and he keeps on doing the thing where he goes so far ahead of him so fast that he jumps down and get him, and of course he mazes and stuff. This is go to show how powerful he is and how fast he is compared to the two ogres. And even God says that he's so fast. No one can catch Mez except Kiyama. So I would find it very interesting to see how Kiyama stacks up against everybody else who fought powers, because they do like a foot race. They do this foot race among romantic spirits of the dead, which begs the question: did the spirits meet in the other life and then fall in love, or were they lovers in real life and then they died and then they continued to love in the other life? That needs to be answered. I guess it must have been like being that lost of life. Hey, they may even be the lovers that Vegeta destroyed when he destroyed the planet Alia, where he chose them eating cotton candy and having a good time in the health theme park, which kind of a contradiction, but whatever. So you show Mez on top of the Neo Mountain after being chased by Goku up there, and they show Goku be on top of him and almost getting him, almost grabbing him. And now this is what I want to ask you guys: is if Goku had continued the foot race, an honest foot race, that injury, do you think that he could have been able to eventually catch Mez? Under infinite laws, infinite running distance, because it looks like that Mez is getting out of breath and getting tired of being chased and stuff. Whereas Goku looks like he had some energy to continue after him. Then Goku decides to get a break there and goes out to the fruit from earlier, which he asks questions about. Mez tells him about the healing properties and the fullness properties. eat the fruit, you won't be hungry for another 3 months. So kind of like the for the tree it might. But anyway, they show it and they do that, and then he's like, no, don't eat the fruit. I'll lose my job if I do that. That's only for Kinyama. And Kinyama is the big boss of everything over there. So okay, I'll deal with it. And then he starts chasing Goku. Goku done eating as of getting the fruit from something, eating it from himself. And then as he chases Goku, the little punk ass decides to switch directions and grabs Mez. And that's the end of it. Then he realizes that there's a crevice in the rocks, in the big steep rocks that lead the beginning of the snake way again. And Goz and Mez both agree that they're never gonna speak of this again because nobody else can beat him, and they like keep it that way. That they're unbeatable. Little did they know that Goku ended up stealing snatching a fruit for himself, and it looks a lot like the onion bulb rather than a peach. Wonder how it tastes. So you eat it, which they say, "You wise ass, get back here, you." So this the little pathway that they go up remind me of remind me a little bit of the endless sticky Super Mario 64, with like stars and astral planes going by and stuff. It's very kind of weird. But then they show him emerging from Kinyama's desk. Now I really want to know how Toyama thought that went out. How he thought, let's see here. Let me make the planet of existence in hell connect to Kinyama's office. He met his desk. So afterwards, he ends up getting restarted on. I think we going faster than he did last time. So he knows what he's in for. And he knows not to go sleep on the back of a moving street sweeper. Which, by the way, I wonder how dirty can it possibly get on Snake Way when nobody goes on there except a clear cloud. And even then, clouds are made of water, so I don't get how that works out. No one even sees it except Yama. Which, by the way, Yama is like a big giant ogre, so, how long could it possibly take him to get across many miles of that? But whatever, he's on his way again from the get-go. He restarted it, and wouldn't have been held, even to the point of being like a spiritual hiking vision quest, whatever you call it. And then there's everyone's all happy and stuff. Wonders what the hell is when it would think that people would be able to discover the crack in the Hell Mountains to get back to the checkout station and then go back to our plane. But that's a whole nother kind of worms that I won't get into. Now, back to the whole gentification of Japanese mythological monsters that creatures. I did a paper from one of my classes in college on Japanese culture and aesthetics. And one of the things that I want to bring up is that oni or ogres in Japanese lore is like they're like supposed to be like almighty demons, monsters, creatures of the night, and funny that in this show it shows that they're doing office work, doing like fitness club thing, ruin health, but as like a fun way, like a fun type way, not like any shop or like Demon Slayer or something like that. Where they're evil and they're ugly too. This shows more of they get bored, they get more humdrum, like they're almost like the Japanese version of what they did in Beetlejuice, in which the afterlife is full of like obviously dead things, but the full of bureaucracy, I should say. So it's kind of like that. To which you give me bring my report. But besides that, what else that the Japanese in this show shows that demons and monsters and stuff it can be used for other things like scam people and eating virgin sacrifices and things like that nature. So it's really quite fascinating that they crossed over that. If, if I'm right on that, I think that this show and that Dragon Ball Z manga came after Beetlejuice. I know that Dragon Ball manga came before it, so I think that Beetlejuice could have influenced Z in that regard. Showing the monsters and dead things that being part of the bureaucracy. Whereas the Ball anime manga, it was more like just still rah rah and get you let's fight. That type of thing. And this one they have jobs, they have mundane jobs, they have interesting mythology, interesting like um afterlife worldview and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of interesting in that regard. Let me know what you guys think of that. Anyway, thank you for watching my video on this on number 13 on episode 13 of the first season of Dragon Ball Z, Goz and Mez. Oh yeah, that also politics. My big ogre, but yet being settled with a geography job. Same with King Kai and all the Ricardo and whatnot. So if you guys have any more suggestions for me, email me at jjsviewingchannel at gmail.com or you can also get me on Twitter at bmiltonpro or you can also reach me at my cell phone at 631-707-3707. You can subscribe to my channel if you like what you see and want to see more of me and my stuff. So, I salute you guys. Have fun. Be good. And remember, if you die of suicide, you will definitely do more office work. That was a Beetlejuice. By the way, aloha.